Alright, so first of all, the most essential like triggers you need for the push and pull barrel is obviously the region. I call it the eliminate region triggers. So you have a region like this, an area like this blue light right here. It circles the region that the player will die when stepping in. And I also have this whole region underneath, like the cloud you see right here. This is a whole region, like the big one. So if player fall down, they will still die. So that would be the first thing you need for the push and pull barrels. Just circle all of the region that the player will fall out. Just use this mode. You use F3 and you just circle a region. Just drag it like this. And you can form any region you want. The maximum height and like this number is 64, so you actually can go pretty far with 64, but there's still a limit. So yeah, so after you have created the region, you should name it. You should name it like something you can remember, like region A, B, C. I personally lazy to do that, so I keep it as number. But to make it easier for your trigger learning process, you should definitely name them. Alright, so like I said, let's go ahead and put in the first trigger for the push and pull battle maps, an easy one actually. Let's first rename this tutorial +4. Yeah, +4. Alright, so the first trigger will be the eliminator. Or let's just call it dead zone. I like the name dead zone more, so yeah, let's deal with that. We will go with event. You go to player, player enter area, enter region. Where is it? Okay, player. Where is the player enter region? Oh, there it is. Enter area. You pick the region you want to set triggers. So if you have multi regions, of course you will need multiple triggers for this. Let's say region 1. You can always check which region it is. Just click on the region like this, and it will teleport you to the region, so you know which one you are working with. So let's say region 4. Click confirm, and then you just go to action, go to player, defeat player. So that is the dead zone triggers for push and pull barrels. You need to like block all of the possible way the player can fall out of the base. Like this is the base, so whenever player jump off it, the player will die. So make sure you like have every region out of the base formed for the triggers, and the player will not be able to get out of the base, survive. That is the main things. If the players ever get out of the base and just jump off the maps like this and still survive, they will get stuck outside. There's no way they're getting back in, and that is a huge mistake from you if you're the creator of the map. So yeah, pay attention to that. This is a simple but most important triggers in this push and pull barrels gameplay. Alright, so yesterday we already go through the triggers for the items. Okay, so the other triggers I can show you is the triggers within my maps that I actually created. So hold on, this is the region one. All of the region ones are up here. Alright, so the next triggers that I want to show you is the waiting room triggers. So yesterday we did try out a maps with the different room for player to ReSwarm and just chill there before they join back in the fight, right? So you want to have that player in that room like this. This is my waiting ReSwarm areas. You want the player in this area not to cause any damage, not to kill each other. So how can you do that? So first you have to circle the region as well. So you have to do this. You have to create a region around that room, that waiting room that you set up like this. After that, you just set up the triggers. So let's go in and let's now set up the triggers for the waiting zone. Let's name this the safe zone. Yeah, let's call this the safe zone. So this is where people can just buy things and work on upgrading stuff without worrying about other people come in and kill them, right? So it's a total safe zone. You definitely see this a lot in other games. They're always a safe zone that people can just chill in. So how can you do the safe zone triggers? It's also very simple. After you have the region selected, you go to player again, player enter errors, select that region, let's say it's region 5, select that region, go to action, go to player, go to player toggle, player toggle, player setting, go to option. You want to pick the which one is it? Hold on, attackable. Yeah, attackable. Select this to off. Option off. You go again, player toggle. You go to player setting. You go to option. You go to can be damaged. Also turn this off. Alright, so that is how you create a safe zone. But keep this in mind. If you ever have the safe zone and the safe zone trigger, you also need a trigger to turn on the player ability to attack and be killed, be damaged again. So you need another triggers. You will need to name it the anti-safe zone. So after the player get out of the safe zone, they will need to be able to attack again and can be killed again, right? So you will need to select player leaves. Yeah, leave area, go to region, the same region 5. Go to action again, go to the same triggers, player toggle. I still don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Option, you go to again the same thing, attackable, but set this to on. And another one which was the where is it? Can be damaged. Alright, so set this to on. So now you have the safe zone and anti-safe zone triggers. This is when you have a ReSwarm errors or a waiting room like in my maps. If you don't have an error like this, then you do not need to set up this trigger. Alright, so the next trigger is when you are in this error like the ReSwarm room or waiting room and you want to get back to the fighting area like this. So you just walk in here and you are teleport back to wherever this is. Alright, so it's just a simple teleport triggers, but in order to do this, you need to first circle the area that would teleport the players. So in this case, like in my maps, as you can see, I already circled the door here. You see? So I have this region ready, and I also have this region ready right here. Hold on. Yeah, this region right here, this whole region right here will be the region that the players will ReSwarm after they leave the safe zone. Alright, so you have two regions ready. You have to need you need to select the region before set up the triggers, and after you have the region ready, now you can set up the next trigger, which is teleporting. Alright, it's just a simple teleporting triggers actually. So it's just like this. Player enter areas. You need to select the region that player walk in to teleport, which in this case is the door region that I have earlier. So select that region and you go to action, you go to player. It would be right around, where is it? Change player location. Where is the location triggers? Dang it, there's just so many now that it's hard to look at the one that you really need. Alright, there is change location. Alright, so select the location. In this case, you already select the region, right? So now you want to go to function library. You go to random location in area. Now area, you select that region, that whole region. And now the player will be ReSwarmed randomly in that region. So it makes the game more interesting, more engaging if the player appear randomly, right? Not just at one spot every time, because that will make it too easy for the opponent team to target them, and they will lose. They cannot turn the table like that. Alright, so now we have that. the teleporting triggers. Alright, so we have 4 triggers already. If you create an item for pushing like this, projectiles, people can spam them. This is just one player right now. If you have like a 10 people team, they will spam a lot of these. And in order to prevent lags and unstable connection in your gameplay, you should have a triggers to eliminate the projectile as soon as they get out of the battle zone. So it's actually very simple. As you can see right here, whenever any projectiles fly into this region right here, it will disappear. It's another simple trigger but very essential for this type of maps. So yeah, if you haven't know how this work, I will just show you right now. So you also need to form a region before you set up the triggers, a region where projectiles will be eliminated when they fly in there. So after you have the region, you need to set up the triggers. Let's name it the anti-projectiles. Alright, so now what you want to do, you go to event. Now you want to go down to items. You want to go with this selection right here, projectile enters area. You want to select the region you have already picked earlier, and then you go to action, you go to items again. Where is it? Clear project. Oh no, not this create, right? Where's the, okay, clear projectile. Alright, so that is how you set up this simple but essential triggers to prevent lagginess in your gameplay experience. So that's how you just make the projectile go poof after they pass through the battle zone, just like that. There will be no lags after, since the projectile is completely disappear from the game. Alright, so what else can I show you? Hold on. Alright, so another thing is, if you oh my god, if you create the pushing items as a plugin that can shoot projectiles, then you do not need to know these triggers. But if you just create projectiles like this and you want it to be unlimited, like the player can throw as many projectiles they want and the numbers still not go down. And you can see I have 64 of these, and even when I throw it rapidly like this, the number is still 64. It doesn't go down at all. So how can you do this with triggers? So let's call this the unlimited items, unlimited item trigger. Alright, so how can you do this? You go to event, first you go to player, you want to select the consume props. Where is it? Use prop, I think it's this one. Oh wait, no, it's this one, consume props. You select this, you go to condition. This one you really need to have a condition because it doesn't work on every items. I mean, yes, technically it still work if you doesn't have a condition, but you want to just limit some items, like some throwing items. So you go to condition, you go to items, just determine item types, go to here, go to custom, and just select the projectiles you have created. Now go to action, you want to go to items again. Wait, no, you go to player, you go to add props. Where is it? Add items. Okay, add items. Select that items. Select the same items you had in the condition, and you are done. So that is the unlimited items triggers. Whenever the player consumes that items, he will get an extra more, and so the item will never run out. Technically, it will never run out. Yeah, so that's how it works. Alright, so again, let's see, let's go up here, see if any others. Alright, so now what is left is one triggers that I was going to set before the class, but I still haven't. So I will set up this trigger right now and also show you guys what it is. So The triggers I want to show you now is the notification triggers when the game starts. A lot of maps have this nowadays, and you get a plus point if you have these triggers from the start. It technically will give out a notification in the chat board for every player in the games from the start, so they feel like the map is actually engaging with them. They know what is going on, stuff like that. So you want to go to world, you go to game logic. Oh wait, not, you go to, yeah, game logic. You go to when game is created here, and now you go to action, you go to player group, you go to display chat info to player group, this one right here, and now you just select this function library, go to player groups, go to all players, or you can go to all players in team if you want to have a separate message for each team. Usually that would be applied if the game rules is different for each team, but in this case the two teams have the same common gameplay, so I would just select all players in generals, and you can set up character string like welcome to Focus PNP battle, something like this. You can also add in color codes like hashtag R for red, hashtag G for green. If you don't know how that works, I will also show you right now. Let's just copy this. Alright, so like this, if you add in something like this, hashtag R, it will turn red. If you add hashtag G, turn green. Hashtag B is blue. Hashtag Y is yellow, right? I remember Y is yellow. Alright, so hashtag W, I think is also a color code. It is white. Alright, so that's basically all of the like easy and fast color code. I don't know if this works here. If you go hashtag B, it should flash the notification. Yeah, hashtag B is for flashing. Alright, so this is pretty cool, so do try and apply these in your own maps. Right now I want to go with the flashing and the green, because the green is the most friendly color for the notification, so I will go like this. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So let's try it out right now. As I click play mode, you will see a notification in the chat. There you go. Welcome to Focus PvP battle. Alright, that's perfect. Yeah, like I said, that's a plus point if your maps have the notification triggers. It's a very useful trigger just to show the player exactly what they are signing up for, what they are playing. You can add other message like hold on, let me just rearrange this. So after saying welcome, you can say something like let's see, let's go hashtag R for red, and then say something like eliminate the opponent team to gain a victory, something like this, so they know what they are supposed to do. Yeah, just like that. So yeah, it's a small touch, but like I said, it's give you extra points for the military camps if you have these small touch to your maps. It shows how dedicated you are, how invested you are in your creation.